Hi, I'm Peter Thomas, and this is my update on my project, mapping the Russian language network using social media. Social media analysis can be a powerful tool to study language geography and understand where languages are being spoken in a near real-time basis. I have an undergraduate degree in Russian studies, and given current geopolitics, I thought it would be timely to investigate the Russian language network. This is important because the location of Russian speakers can serve as a proxy for soft power and show where Russians live, do business, travel, and immigrate, and can have serious geopolitical consequences, as we've seen in Ukraine. So, my research questions are, what can social media data tell us about where Russian is spoken, and how does this social media geography compare to authoritative data sources? In my literature review, I didn't find any studies addressing these particular questions. I did find a study using Twitter to map language communities, but without an in-depth application. I also found several network analyses and language group studies, but none with an explicit geospatial component. For my data, so far I've collected 3 days of geolocated tweets with the Russian language tag, and 3 months of Flickr photos with tags containing Unicode Cyrillic characters. The data is mostly Russian, but there are other Slavic languages such as Ukrainian and Bulgarian currently represented that I need to screen. My preliminary findings, most of the tweets are from Russia. 10% are from Ukraine, 7% Belarus, 2.5% Kazakhstan, and then there's a long tail. For Flickr, it's 57% Russia, 8% Ukraine, and then there's a fatter tail of European countries, perhaps vacation photos. This is a small dataset, but it's still interesting, so let's see what it looks like on a map. Red dots are tweets, and orange dots are Flickr photos. You can see most are located in Russia, the former Soviet states, and Europe, with very few in the Americas or Africa. Taking a closer look, you can see the distribution in Europe and the Near East. This blue background is population density based on Russian census data, with darker areas more dense. You can see most of the posts are clustered in the denser areas, but in Siberia the population centers of Novosibirsk, Irkutsk, Yakutsk, and Vladivostok are easy to see, as well as the Ob River. You can also see this nice grouping in cities in Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan. Let's take a closer look. The density clustering is more evident, and you can start to see the huge number of posts in Moscow and St. Petersburg, which represent a third of the total data. These denser areas in the Caucasus don't have as many posts, but also have lower internet penetration and a lower percentage of Russian speakers. You can also see a large number of tweets in Eastern Europe. I still need to go through these and determine if they are, for example, Ukrainian or Belarusian instead of Russian. For my next steps, I'd love to collect Kontakte or Odnoklassniki data, so I'm looking into that. I also need to collect more Twitter and Flickr data so I can compare the percentage of Russian language content to other languages and validate against the census data I have. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.